you know, the YouTube scene is obviously popping and a lot of news stories are coming. There's two sides and a lot of people, you know, obviously they're going back and forth. And this is obviously, I want to talk to you about obviously Mohammed Hijab versus the ex-Muslims, right? So you see on Twitter.
Personally, I respect David Wood. Personally, he's been very respectful to me. I respect him.
Do you really think we can't escalate? Do you? My goodness. Do you really think?
You see on YouTube.
Attention, Islamophobes need to get on their knees in intellectual submission before they are whipped. Before
he loves this BDSM theme, eh?
Before they are whipped and lashed and chained up against the wall. By freedom of speech by the Twitter Muslims, and they reluctantly open their mouth in protestation to find they have been defiled by the truth. Hey, listen.
You see obviously David Wood, and you see all these people that are getting involved, and there's sides being taken. There's back and forth going on. There's a lot of biases being thrown out. There's a lot of emotions being poured out.
Blavli's what?
Sorry?
Blavli's what are they?
What's specifically going on is there's a brother named Mohammed Hijab.
Yeah.
I'm sure we all know who he is. And a few of the ex-Muslims, you know, including Abdullah Samir.
Yeah.
I think he's the one that's kind of like hot right now.
Yeah, and I think there's another guy, apostate prophet. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few people out there, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, they're just getting back at each other, you know. Abdullah Samir may be saying one thing, Mohammed Hijab may say another thing, you know. They just go back and forth.
You see David Wood come in the mix, and then obviously, you have to understand sometimes there's respect and there's our views, right? We shouldn't let emotion get involved in our views. So him eating the Quran, obviously you see how Muslims they come from, they believe in the Quran to be the holy book of God. So when you're doing this, it's kind of you're slapping somebody on the face. So when you expect people to believe in your point, this won't happen when you're offending people. It's like when I want to give him advice, but I say something about his mom, he won't try to listen to me because now I've went personal, right? So even with, you see with Mohammed Hijab, do you see any biases with Mohammed Hijab being put out there?
Yeah, so, you know, on the other side, there's like, you know, brother Mohammed Hijab, specifically we're talking here, right?
Yeah.
You know, everyone has their own biases, right? But like we should try to limit them, right? When we're, especially when we're giving, you know, we're obviously Muslims, alhamdulillah. So when we're giving dawah, we should try to limit our biases.
Brother Mohammed Hijab, and the fellas from the right and the left, they're coming at him obviously, and we understand as a human sometimes it's too much. You don't understand, what the heck, and the arguments they've been throwing sometimes they don't really, they don't really fit in, bro.
Now the thing is, before the Big Bang, there was no time and there was no space, and the point of the Big Bang was unstable, meaning it was not stable, and everything goes towards stability, right? I mean everything tends towards stability. So when something is unstable, it goes towards stability, right?
Because sometimes it's like, is it an argument or is it a mockery, right? Is it something that you're actually coming with proofs, or you're going at something that's personal, And what's the objective of what you're trying to preach? So all of this is coming out. I understand it's too much to handle for one man, and he's a human, so he'll make mistakes. And obviously, as brothers, we should always be there to back up a brother. But when a mistake happens, we should try to be there to be like, yo, man, respectfully tell our brother, and may Allah bless him.
We don't want to get personal or attack the person emotionally.
That's deep, yeah.
Look, we're here to give a message, right? The message is La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. If they don't want to accept it, what can we do, right? Allah is the one who guides. We just give the message.
When you get personal, sometimes it even distracts you from what the goal you try to set out and try to achieve. So that's why we say, yeah, we understand that, emotions are a part of sometimes a human, we're humans, right? It happens. But we should always resort it back and bring it back, and we're not saying anything about my brother Muhammad Hijab. May Allah bless him, and may Allah guide the people that are trying to, defame the brother, because, yeah, there are things that we will agree with the brother, and there will things politely we will say that we don't necessarily agree with, right? But, at the end of the day, bro, we got to back up each other, and that's part of the family, so alhamdulillah, man, my brother was here. Jazakallah khair, guys. And hopefully if you enjoyed the video, like, share, subscribe. And you know, take care, man. And you know, you got anything to say to the Phils?
Yeah, follow the Instagram page.
Follow the Instagram page. Finally. All right, bro. Thank you. Take care. Assalamu alaikum.